Hello, welcome to the highlights of the fourth day's play of this fourth test match between Australia and the West Indies. It's been a thriller so far, and we're in for a very good day today with the Australians needing 186 to win. The West Indians, in turn, need 10 wickets. These are the cards of the match so far. The West Indies 252 with Lara 52 as top score, and 49 for Junior Murray, who did very well. And then the Australians in reply, they were 39 short of the West Indian total. 39 not out to David Boone, Merv Hughes 43 and Steve Waugh 42. Good effort from Merv Hughes there, coming in at the bottom of the order. And the West Indies, in an astonishing batting performance yesterday, bowled out for 146, equally astonishing the Australian bowling, I guess. It was a terrific performance from them. 72 Richie Richardson before Shane Warne deceived him, brought him down the track and had him both caught and then stumped by Ian Healy. 25 to Carl Hooper, but the rest disintegrated. 7 for 68. They lost after tea. 146, and that left Australia with 186 needed for victory. They began their innings this morning in good conditions. We join play now in the second over of the day. It's none for one. Ian Bishop is the bowler, bowling to Mark Taylor in quite good conditions, although there's a thunderstorm forecast for later in the day. And your commentators are Tony Greig and Michael Whitney.
He's off the mark. Will he come back for the second? Yes, he will. So 2 runs from that over. Australia no wicket for 3. Oh, that's a big appeal for LBW, and it must have been quite close. Perhaps it pitched outside the leg stump. You've seen him move it away mainly.
Yes, I agree, Tony. You are not allowed to wear advertising on your wristbands. So Reebok are getting a bit of a free plug, mate, on those wristbands.
Well, that's got to be out. Yes, he's got him. LBW, it's nipped back. He's played from the crease. The question is, did he get outside the line? Boone purposely trying to get across there in order to counteract that one that nips back. But Ambrose has struck. What a wicket this is. Right, Mike, talk us through it. Did he get outside the line?
Well, that was the ball that we talked about earlier that David Boone has to watch. Ball angling in and not moving, not coming forward. That looked a very, very good shout to me. And when the batsman doesn't come forward, it always looks a little bit ugly. David Boone stranded on the crease, and the ball, the decision going in the favour of Curtly Ambrose. David Boone departs for a duck. Unfortunate start for Australia, 1 for 5.
Well, Justin Langer, the new batsman, and what a huge occasion this has been for him. Apart from the fact that it's his first test match, he was smashed on the head in the first innings.
Well, one thing about this Adelaide pitch, it has always been consistent in bounce.
And that's gone. That was a loud nick. Benjamin goes through, takes the wicket. And Mark Taylor has gone for 7. 2 for 16 now, Australia. Needing it all, 186 for victory. What a breakthrough for the West Indies.
Yes, the West Indian fast bowlers have been aiming at that line to Mark Taylor, pitching in line with the stumps and going across his body. A very, very good delivery that from Kenneth Benjamin. Mark Taylor departs. He made 7. Australia are now 2 for 16.
Mark Waugh is the new batsman. It was the end of the over, so it'll be Curtly Ambrose now to bowl to Justin Langer.
In the air past Desmond Haynes, it could go all the way. Courtney Walsh chasing hard as 4. That was past Desmond Haynes very quickly. He threw out a hand. Gets him as a private 4, and Langer decides to open the shoulders, the second boundary of the morning. Big shout, got to be close. Very confident appeal. It's 2 for 36. It's a great shot. Superb square drive. The cut is right over the top. That shortest delivery is always going to be 4. Ambrose has taken 6 wickets. There he goes. He drew away. This time it goes over the top. It's 4 more. 10 off the over.
That's very close. Umpire Len King decides that it's not close enough. Kenneth Benjamin has been working away at those stumps looking for the LBW decision. He's got one that's been very close on this occasion.
Len King had to consider, did it pitch outside the leg stump? Was it going to hit the stumps? Was it going to bounce over the stumps? As far as we could see from here, it looked very much as though all the conditions were right.
Carl Hooper has taken another very good catch. Courtney Walsh, who's been a great bowler for the West Indies over a long period of time, is a very happy man, as are all of his teammates. Mark Waugh is the danger man and was the danger man for Australia. He can't believe it.
It's lucky Carl Hooper concentrates better in the field than he does always with the bat. He's caught some very good catches at second slip there, and diving across again in front of Brian Lara at first slip makes no mistake. It's another useful wicket for Courtney Walsh and the West Indies. Australia 3 for 54.
I like KFC's original recipe. I like the taste of hot and spicy. Any which way you like your KFC. Mix and match so you all agree.
You can mix or match any size pack of KFC. Any combination of hot and spicy or original recipe. Any size pack, any quantity, any which way you like it.
I like it like that. Mix and match.
Don't shift it. Hang on, mate.
Keep him back.
Right, get back. Hope you know what you're doing.
Go.
Beauty.
King G. Any tougher, they'd rust. Now there's a toothpaste so advanced, it even works when you're not brushing. New Colgate Total. Antibacterial protection that actually protects you between brushings. So it helps protect against plaque and tartar while you're brushing and while you're working. It fights cavities while you're playing. It even fights gum problems while you're sleeping. New Sustained Protection Colgate Total. It's the brushing so good, it works between brushings.
1 and 2 and 3 and... Just because you've won a few games, 6 and 7, doesn't mean you can stop training. 9 and 10 and...
Tabaret Pokies. Put your finger on a winner.
Stocks are clearing fast in Spotlight's famous January clearance. Don't miss half-price patterns, free curtain making on thermal line Shantung, 40% off tartan quilt cover sets, and more. Hurry, Spotlight's famous January clearance ends soon.
It's outrageous fun.
I scratched his bum.
They're uncontrollable.
My bra strap broke.
You won't believe it. Unless you see it.
Oh, you'd almost pay to see that, wouldn't you?
Keynotes.
It's winner takes all.
7 o'clock tonight on Channel 9.
Steve Waugh comes in to replace his brother Mark Waugh. 48 tests. 177 his higher score, an average of 37, very similar to Mark. 2,308 runs, whereas Mark has just gone over the 1,000-run mark. Steve Waugh, the man in the hot seat, has batted number 3 for most of the summer, batting at 5 on this occasion. That's a good delivery from Courtney Walsh, a real blind at a cop first up. Steve Waugh has done well to survive it. Steve Waugh is happy to be on the way. Justin Langer finding the gap. Seven runs from the over, 3 for 61.
It's a little bit dark, certainly a lot darker than it was before the players went off for lunch. Steve Waugh on strike. Shout of catch it. Oh, and Keith Arthurton at the second grab. Oh, it was straight to him, and Dolly and I'm not sure whether it bounced out of his hands or whether it bounced off his chest. But he had a quick lunge at it, and in fact he was a bit lucky on the second grab because he really grabbed quickly at it, and it could have easily got away from him.
Well, that's a big blow for the Australian. Steve Waugh looking to force the first ball off the back foot, and geez, he was very, very lucky to grab that on the second bounce. It's an absolutely crucial blow for the Australian cricket team. Steve Waugh out for 4, Australia 4 for 64.
Alan Border, well, this wouldn't have been what he wanted. Second ball after lunch he'll be facing. Border off the mark. No ball was called. I don't know what it came off, but it went straight through Carl Hooper's hands. And leg by signalled. I don't know whether that hit the helmet. Certainly hit some part of Alan Border's body.
Yes, he's got that off the side of the head, Alan Border. Once again, thank you for the protective helmets.
Border in trouble. And they've missed the stumps. Oh, he was stranded halfway down the track. It's 4 for 72.
Seems the bounce is becoming a little bit more uneven on this wicket as the game has gone on. Obviously the wicket dries out a little bit and loses its bounce and carry. The odd one's still carrying through, but that one in fact going on the first bounce to wicketkeeper Junior Murray.
Shouts of catch it. Desmond Haynes has done it. Border walks. He doesn't even wait for the decision. And just as Michael was saying that the bounce is uneven, we get a good example of that. The previous delivery bounced in front of the keeper, and that one absolutely took off.
Well, that's a brute of a ball from Ambrose. Banged in short. Perfect bouncer right at the throat. And Alan Border couldn't do too much except try and get his bat and gloves in the way. It's a vital blow for the Australian team and the West Indies. Australia now 5 for 72.
Tonight, Miss Scarlet is the subject of blackmail.
Where did you get it?
In a very blue movie.
Blackmail is a very strong motive.
It's the ultimate murder mystery.
Who cares who shot who and why?
Cluedo, tonight, 7:30 on 9.
Melbourne's biggest sports warehouse is having its greatest ever half-price sale. Kennex, Emmerich and Prince tennis and squash rackets, half price. Puma, Diodora and Converse shoes, half price. Top brand cricket and football gear, half price. Tracksuits and sports gear, half price. The latest inline skates, plus water sports, fishing gear, golf and gym gear, half price. The new year starts right at Sportsmart's half price sale. And remember, join Sportsmart's Buying Club and save even more.
From the stages of the world comes a selection of outstanding vocal performances from the Lady of Song, Kiri Te Kanawa. Selection, Kiri Te Kanawa's latest release, available on CD and cassette.
In today's museum, you can have a coffee with the Jews and Italians of Carlton, transplant an organ, take a glimpse of the cosmos, appreciate the work of Aboriginal women. And right now you can see the most valuable collection of Chinese objects ever to come to Australia. 5,000 years in the making. Never seen before in Australia. the Imperial China exhibition. Another reason to go for a wander through today's museum. Proudly sponsored by Channel 9.
She loves him.
Sam, it's so filthy.
Oh, no, it doesn't have to be. Not if we care about each other.
She loves him not.
It wasn't 4 women, it was 400 women, easy.
They'd have to be.
Cheers, presented by Nissan, 9:30 Thursday on 9.
Ian Healy with an average of 22. Australians could use every one of those at the moment. Got a duck in the first innings. Plenty riding on the young man now, playing in his first test. Justin Langer there at 24. He's lost his skipper. And it's gone onto the stumps. A pair for Ian Healy, and that is a terrific wicket for the West Indies, because Healy plays so well in pressure situations for Australia. And that's 1,000 first-class wickets for Courtney Walsh.
Maybe Ian Healy expecting the ball pitched up, got an inside edge. It's just clipped the stumps there. We can see the bails hitting the ground in the background, and Courtney Walsh is ecstatic, as are all his West Indian teammates. And Australia now looking to be in deep trouble. Australia 6 for 73.
Merv Hughes top scored for Australia in the first innings with 43. He's going to have to do another resurrection job here on the Australian innings. It was 6 for 112 when he came in the first dig. It's much worse this time at 6 for 73. 3 wickets have fallen since lunch. Steve Waugh out first ball after lunch. Score of 64. Border out at 72 and Healy out at 73. So that's 2 pairs we've seen now in this game. Keith Arthurton getting a pair and Ian Healy getting a pair. And that was a catch, except that it was a no ball. Trouble at the bowler's end. It was a no ball. They didn't really need to take the single. It was an inside edge on the pad to Desmond Haynes. I don't think he could have had many more things happen on that ball.
Well, it's all happening here. There's more twists and turns in an Agatha Christie novel this over, and that was a catch. Desi Haynes just losing it, and then they try to head off with a quick single, and if Haynes hits the stumps, Merv Hughes is long gone out of his ground. He's well out.
Big shout then he's been given. Merv Hughes going a long way across, and Curtly Ambrose has got 10 for the match.
It's a pretty good performance by Ambrose. His figures stand at the moment at 4 for 11, pitching up to Merv Hughes, and that's pretty plumb, so the cricketers say. Wouldn't be too much to be thinking about that. Merv Hughes departs for 1 LBW, bowled Ambrose. Australia reeling at 7 for 74.
With Shane Warne coming to the crease, and boy, can't the West Indies batsmen thank their bowlers if they get out of this. In the commentary position now, Greg Chappell and Richie Benaud.
Days of the test match, there have been interruptions with rain, bad light, plenty of wickets, some good batting. The Australians are going to need some good batting from here. Merv Hughes was the last man out. Full delivery from Curtly Ambrose. Merv just shuffling across. Len King has no hesitation, putting the finger up.
The roar goes up around the ground. It's only a single. Looked as though it was pitching outside leg stump.
Justin Langer just giving a shake of the head there. I think he was a little bit disappointed with himself for missing a delivery, pitching around leg stump. Just outside leg stump. Would have hit the stumps. It'd be a good effort if they can win this test match, square the series.
Well, that's not going to do any good. The umpire Hare is not doing anything about it. Warne is standing there. Everyone else has their hands on their hips and folded and shouting and yelling down the far end. Ambrose has rushed in to congratulate Walsh anyway.
This has come off Shane Warne's chest, I believe. Or the forearm, actually. Got the hands down, got the bat out of the way. If it had hit him on the glove, he would have been out. It's hit him halfway up the forearm towards the elbow. That is definitely not out. And a close look at this. Just hits him up the forearm. Through to second slip, Carl Hooper. That is definitely not out, and a very good decision by umpire Darryl Hare.
Didn't quite time that. He's going to get 3 for it. Just didn't quite get it off the middle of the bat, but it was a pretty good stroke.
Well, it's a quick single. This could be close. Says he has a go at the wrong end. Well, I think Langer probably would have been safe, and he was probably correct to have a go at Warne's end, but he was perhaps just a little bit deep there. Oh, and that was a good bouncer. Fantastic delivery. It stayed a little lower than Langer expected, but he ended up playing it pretty well.
Quite a fair one indeed. He was always getting outside the line, going to the leg side. But it was a very good one because it was right over the stumps. They're the dangerous ones.
That's guided through the gap. It's going to be a chase for Desmond Haynes. It's going to be 3 runs for Langer. That'll bring the 100 up for Australia. At least that's a reasonable landmark for them. Having said that, that target of 186 still looks quite some distance away.
Got a thirst for action? Just enter the Solo Summer Sports Spectacular, and you could be off to any one of Channel 9's international wide world of sports events. There's over $100,000 in prizes to be won, including Cannondale racing bikes, dart surf skis, big wave riders, and Rip Curl surfing gear. So enter the Solo Summer Sports Spectacular and crush your thirst for action. See Solo cans and bottles for details.
It's state versus state for the one-day crown. Gotta be there when the boys hit town. There's no love lost, the feeling's mutual. Back time Mutual Cup.
There'll be no love lost when Victoria take on South Australia Sunday, February 7 at the MCG. Play starts 10 a.m. Tickets at the gate.
Time Mutual Cup. Wow! I wanna be your date with destiny. Can't help thinking that you're holding out on me. You'll never know until you try me. This time, girl, don't you walk straight by me. I wanna be your date with destiny.
This is Car City. There are 10 acres of cars at Car City. There are over 1,000 cars at Car City. Now that you know, you'd have to be a loony to go anywhere else.
Stocks are clearing fast in Spotlight's famous January clearance. Don't miss half-price patterns, free curtain making on thermal line shantung, 40% off tartan quilt cover sets, and more. Hurry, Spotlight's famous January clearance ends soon.
She uncovered a shocking conspiracy.
Your daughter and the other children are being taught to hate Jews.
Now she must fight the system.
But what he's teaching is lies.
You a Jew lover like your pretty mom is?
Scandal in a small town, 8:30 tonight on 9.
got him. Shane Warne is gone. Ian Bishop has struck for the West Indies. It's been over 70 minutes these two have been together. But finally, Shane Warne shuffles in front of his stumps. He's beaten for pace by Ian Bishop. And the 8th wicket has fallen.
That's certainly a very good wicket for the West Indies. These two had been holding up the proceedings for quite some time, doing very well. But Shane Warne just playing across the line of that one. Ian Bishop is delighted. The 8th wicket goes down for Australia. Shane Warne goes for 9. Australia now 8 for 102.
It's Tim May's birthday today. It's not quite the situation that he would have liked to have been in at the start of the day. Very much at the moment it looks as though if anyone's going to be cracking champagne this evening, it's more likely to be the West Indies. That's a good catch. Phil Simmons holds the ball up. Len King can't see. Ian Bishop got in the way as the ball went to Phil Simmons. But Phil Simmons eventually admitting that he doesn't think he's caught it. It was a good effort. This ball went very low to Phil Simmons, bounces just in front then. That's a nasty ball. Ian Bishop looking for the catch. I think that's come off Tim May's shoulder. He'll be able to have another look soon enough. Tim May completely resolute. He's staying there whatever happens. That's going to be runs. That's the best answer there. It's going to be 4 runs for Tim May. Hits it very sweetly through the offside.
It's a situation. 74 with 2 wickets in hand, not impossible, but very difficult. That's a big hit. That's going high and wide. That's 4. I'm a bit surprised he's using Carl Hooper, maybe trying to get Tim May, because he's been shackled, as that brings up the 50 for Justin Langer, and what a beauty.
Very good 50 for Justin Langer. Applause from his teammates in the Australian dressing room and a standing ovation from certain areas of the crowd. It's been a real gutsy effort. Shows a lot of heart, a lot of determination. 50 runs, just 4 boundaries in that. It's been there a long time, 223 minutes.
No, he hits that for 4. Glorious shot. So the side anticipation shots up. I'll tell you, a good idea too. And they rattled the West Indian bowlers. It was a superb stroke. Missed, that's an edge. That's going for runs. That'll go for 4. So 2 balls in a row concede 6 runs. Half chances go begging. 8 for 132. May is a back foot player. Maybe a fraction better to be up. 4. That's 4 more. Away she goes. The crowd roaring, slowing up. They should run 4. And it goes all the way in front of the members, and they're loving it. Out! He's gone. What a tragedy. Went for the pull shot, got an edge, and it went through to the wicketkeeper who held it, and Bishop strikes what possibly is a winning blow for the West Indies at the end of a great innings on debut from Justin Langer.
Fantastic knock by Justin Langer. Sad way to see him out at such a crucial time. Going for the pull shot, got an under edge. Carries through to wicketkeeper Junior Murray and Ian Bishop. The West Indies elated, but a standing ovation from the Adelaide crowd. Very, very good innings, and innings of courage and determination. His first 50 in Test cricket on debut. The Australians in deep trouble now. Justin Langer out for 54. Australians in deep trouble at 9 for 144.
Was Craig McDermott makes his way to the wicket. Excited because Australia, I guess, have got a slim chance now of winning this match. Walsh has not been used since tea. So available. Big shout. Not out. 9 for 148.
Yeah.
Beats mid-off. Curtly Ambrose. McDermott's looking for 3 and gets them. It's well run. It's 9 for 162.
It's in the air, but Desmond Haynes is too far back, and the misfield brings another run. 9 for 177. It's a driven shot. There'll be at least 3 here. Kenneth Benjamin hobbling along after the ball. He'll just get it. 3 runs to Tim May. 6 runs required for Australia. And the tension is really rising here. He's driven it. It's in the air. Richie Richardson dives. He can't get to it. And Australia survive. Short one again. It's in the air, but Desmond Haynes is in the wrong position. Will they go back for the tying run? No, they don't. 184, 1 run away from a tie. Oh, he's tried to avoid it. It's hit the bat, and he's gone. And that test match has been won by 1 run. I can't believe it. The West Indians are delighted. Greig McDermott is so disappointed. It's been a magnificent effort by both sides here today. Courtney Walsh is absolutely delighted. The Australian dressing room will be decimated, but you can bet the West Indian dressing room will be absolutely jumping.
What a sensational finish and what a sensational day of Test match cricket. 184 Australia all out. The only 1-run victory in the history of Test match cricket. Tim May unbeaten on 42. 54 for Justin Langer, a great performance from him. Disappointment for others. Tim May played very well and Craig McDermott also. 184 and the West Indian bowling figures. Heroes there, Ambrose and Courtney Walsh.